A legend is someone who pioneers, transforms, sets a new bar.
There it is. America's #1 killer right there before your eyes.
1971, the year when a 35-year-old heart surgeon left the Mecca of medicine, Houston, Texas, for the sleepy Arizona town of Phoenix and took the medical world by storm. Son of a nurse, as talented as he was handsome, movie star looks with magic hands, with a zest for innovation and the limelight. He founded a bright light in the middle of the desert, where outpatient education, treatment, and prevention would for the first time reside under one roof. But every hero needs a sidekick. His first employees? Another physician, one would guess? No, this maverick hired a medical illustrator and a cinematographer who would go on to lead the field's premier medical communications department. Dick Williams, Dietrich's lead minister of communications, was a long-haired, hippie-looking 28-year-old from Austin, son of a physician, former Marine trained by the government in the art of filmmaking. Together, Dietrich and Williams set forth with a singular mission: to educate the masses about the world's leading cause of death, to treat, to prevent, to educate. Dick hired a collection of artists, medical illustrators, graphic designers, medical writers, and filmmakers who would transform medical education. In an irony of contrast, amongst the well-creased physicians and nurses at the Arizona Heart Institute lived a motley crew of artists residing in a den of creativity. It would become Video Art Studios, or VAS Communications, as it is known today. At the time, believe it or not, educating the general public did not exist in medicine. Over time, they helped usher in a new era of education and set a new standard. The media innovations came early: award-winning surgical films, followed by transitions from celluloid to magnetic to digital. The VAS list of first under Williams is remarkable. First use of microwave technology to transmit live operations for training doctors and nurses. First international transmission of a live open heart surgery broadcast worldwide on PBS in the US and the BBC in the UK. And yes, I did say live. A cardiovascular screening of Johnny Carson on the NBC Tonight Show. The first book and subsequent live transmission of a nationwide heart screening called The Heart Test that broadcast on the ABC News Magazine 2020. The first multi-projector media presentation roadshow called A Celebration of the Heart. The first clay animated film and PSA campaign aimed to teach children about heart disease. The first documentary filmed in China featuring endoluminal training of Asian physicians. The first documentary and book to address women and heart disease. Live operation broadcasts from Italy, France, Germany, Greece, China, and South America, to name a few. Weekly television appearances, commercials, and print ad campaigns that both educated the public and established the recognized and respected Arizona Heart Institute brand. And of course, the ICON meeting, the grandfather of this week's TED Conference, the very first Congress dedicated to endovascular treatment for cardiovascular disease. Tonight, we celebrate this innovation in education. We commemorate Dr. Ted Dietrich, who to the very end of his career and to the very end of his life continued to educate the medical field. And we celebrate Dietrich's trusted creative genius, the wingman who took the visionary mission and presented it to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand in honor of the 2023 and first TED Conference Legend honoree, Richard Dick Williams.